That shout started when I was in Greece doing the morning show there. And it started off as a calm, matter-of-fact, good morning, Heraklion, because I was at Heraklion Air Station. But as the program developed and got wilder and wilder, the good morning, Heraklion got wilder and wilder. When I went to Vietnam, my first couple of months, I was the news director, which is why I got involved in some of the problems of censorship. But then the fellow who did the morning show was leaving, and I was slated to take over, so I took what I had been doing in Greece and pretty much transplanted it to Saigon. And Good Morning Heraklion became Good Morning Vietnam. The one thing that really was wrong about the movie was the way Robin did the sign-on. Because what he did was just a rising crescendo of Good Morning Vietnam, and that's not the way it was really done. In reality, you stress the word good for a very practical reason, because if you're a morning man, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. You are going to oversleep. And when that happens, you come tearing into the station at the very last minute, and you're staggering around half asleep, half dressed, and you don't have any records pulled, and you don't know where your headphones are, and you haven't put in your contact lenses, and no tapes are set up. And as you walk through the studio, you hear the newsman saying, "That's the latest from the Armed Forces Radio Newsroom. Next news in 1 hour." Now you got to do something. So as you try and pull some records and find your headphones and get everything set up, you turn on the microphone and you say, "Good morning, Vietnam." But that shout became pretty well known. And I found that it wasn't always well received. Sometimes on particularly bad days, it was not unknown for some of the troops, when I'd yell, "Good morning, Vietnam," they would turn to their radios, yell the GI equivalent of "Get stuffed, Kronauer." And on one occasion I heard of, a guy picked up his M1 and blew away his radio. Nonetheless, when I left Vietnam, the fellow who took up the morning show from me kept that shout and continued it throughout his tour. An Army specialist by the name of Kramer Haas was his name. And it became a tradition with just about every morning man thereafter. So sometimes at a veterans reunion now, a man will walk up to me and say, "I used to listen to you every morning." "Oh, really? When were you there?" "Oh, I was there in 69, 70. Well, you see, I started that in 65, 66. But what they remember is that shout.